Okay, welcome to Strasbourg, France, on the border with Germany, in Alsace, place of conflict between Germany and France for generations, and one of the places that Hitler and the French fought over. And Hitler conquered it, annexed it to Germany, so Alsace, Strasbourg became part of Germany. But let's go back to 1985, 40 years after Hitler's suicide. Construction is taking place right over here. I'm going to show you it's a kind of a medieval alley. And they come across something that looks like a well. And it was used as a well. But it turns out 400 years before it was turned into a well, it was a mikveh. And this became one of the oldest mikvahs ever found in Europe. And it's completely intact, meaning it was all covered over. Jacques Lang was the French Minister of Culture at the time. Interestingly, he was Jewish, 1985. So he arranged with the people developing this property to stop for 6 months while archaeologists came, and they completely dug up the mikveh. Now, unfortunately, you have to arrange to see it in medieval mikveh. You can see inside how it goes down. It was inside a cave. I'm going to post a picture of it. It's a shame you can't see it. But there is a beautiful brass plaque. You can kind of see it from here. Just like this woman in the black jacket is walking. Exactly. There's a brass plaque there, and it says the mikveh. Now, here's the most interesting part of all. According to what I'm reading, but I cannot verify this, this is still, let me see from this side, so we can get this. There's a shul in here, and people still use this mikveh. Now, that's crazy. It's one thing to find a 1,000-year-old mikveh like we did in Speyer yesterday, which I showed you, the oldest surviving mikveh in all of Europe. It's another thing completely to have a 1,000-year-old mikveh that is still in use by men and women. Apparently there's a shul that functions here maybe part-time, whole-time, I don't know. Maybe those of you who are Jews in Strasbourg, if you could tell me, I'd love to know. But the mikveh is still in use. That's freaking incredible. I mean, you're talking a mikveh older than the Arizal's mikveh in Tzfat, in north of Israel. So, I mean, to use a mikveh like that would be a great honor. But look how nondescript. So, so what happened to the mikveh? Well, the Jewish community of Strasbourg was large. They were doing well until, of course, and they weren't annihilated in the First or Second Crusades. They escaped that. They were annihilated in the bubonic plague, the Black Death. They weren't killed by the Black Death. They were killed by the Christians who accused them of fomenting, creating, spreading the Black Death. The false accusation, the false blood libel that the Jews were poisoning the wells of Europe. Hi, Clandis Ovens. Hi, Dan Nobalzerian. Hi, Nick, American Nazi Fuentes. You know, the kind of lies that we hear on X and online today. In any event, so the Jews were decimated, and then they were banned. That was about 1380. They were then banned from coming back to Strasbourg for 400 years. This place was Judenrein, under the French, mind you, not the Germans, 400 years. It was only the French Revolution that brought the Jews back, and the community became very strong. They built one of the most beautiful shuls in the world. I showed you the remnants of it. It's about a 10-minute walk from here. That was destroyed by the Nazis. That was built in 1896 to 1898. That was destroyed by the Nazis on the 12th of September 1941. When it was burnt down, 12th of 1940, burnt down by Hitler Youth, by teenagers. And then the Nazis, the SS came and blew up the rest of it. And that was 1941. So, but this is the site of the mikveh. Okay, so that was destroyed. And today there's a beautiful shul. We're going to show that to you, but this is actually quite amazing. So I just wish we could get in and see it, but I will post a picture of it.